So we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect.
Can he finish? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Pedri. Nicely shaped ball. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Iniesta. Nice looking ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pinches it off him. Oh, what a mistake! The ball has bounced loose now. Batistuta. Big chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Tries to pass it through. He's found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now he's got space here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Nakata. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Batistuta. And he's intervened well there. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Hazard. Now it's Villa. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nakata. Well timed, excellent interception. Maradona. Oh, there's a probing ball. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's only too happy to take that back. And that has been clubbed away. Robertson.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, good read. Guardiola. Kukçu. It's been shipped out wide. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well played. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
In the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Hazard. Iniesta. He's picked his way through. And it's Maradona. Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. This is Batistuta! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking to play him in. Now it's Nakamura. Face great chance! Really well taken goal. And finally he has breathed life into the game. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That is good alertness. Pedri, very much a man of this moment. Nakamura carries the ball down the right. Iniesta. It's Iniesta! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was
Substitution in progress.
exasperating.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
That's a cute ball. Oh, that's a very decent... He's got a shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Kachu! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And here's Batistuta. Picked out brilliantly. Well, it's Hazard! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Looking for a runner. Now it's Palmer. Now it's Van Basten. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, that's fabulous. Pedri receives it in a wide position.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
And it's slung out wide. Kukçu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pedri. Dixon. It's a good run down the right. He's got away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle.
Just a quick announcement.
So that is it, the end of the road.
CCTV
Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Yeah, Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Short changes him with that pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Takes a shot! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
He gave it plenty and some. Crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Into the channel. And he's intervened well there. Messi. Some good work on the right flank here. That has not gone well.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That is good alertness. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Probing pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Conte.
Nepal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Delivers with whip. And it's hoisted clear. Marquinhos with the clearance. Searching pass he's played there. And nicely intercepted. And back to the keeper they go. Shifted upfield. Now it's Wirtz. Great vision. Nakata! Well, that is remarkable.
Nepal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That's a little off target. And the pass is intercepted. Batistuta, spread out to the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Conte. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross goes in there. Keeper's dealt with that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Haaland. So what can they make of this? No luck with that dink over the top. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading a cagey game here. And Messi! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's Messi. And it's been played through.
Well, not the worst attempt.
Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And that has been cleared. Wirtz. And now they can spring out of defence. And he cuts out the supply. Well, that looks a decent ball. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cross to the back post.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Haaland. That's a cute ball. Cannavaro kept aware. Oh, what a mistake! Deftly away. Looking for the run.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Out towards the flank, and he's managed to get free. Swings it across.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Wirtz! He has found the way through.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Batistuta.
Paris Saint-Germain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Messi. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Nice looking ball. And he can clear it away.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, played right into his path. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Belletti. Decent chance! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Number 23, Kylian Mbappe. Substitution on the field. Number 11, Batistuta. Coming on the field is number 12, Van Basten.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
So, all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum. which all goes well if this goes to...
De Bruyne! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Natal really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good
Hello
evening.
everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody, and
stadium, and
welcome
the
to
players on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's...
Messi! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Turns and goes back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great vision. Haaland. And that's a simple one for the keeper. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? He's scored! And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Batistuta receives it in a wide position. Oh, what has happened here? Approaching the half-hour mark. Vinicius Junior. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That's a decent clearance. And claimed it back swiftly. Nakata in with the challenge. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Hakimi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward.
Natal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now that's well seen too. Schneider. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Marquinhos. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And it's Batistuta. It's played. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Hakimi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Schneider. Oh, it's Batistuta. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Ribery. It's Vinicius Junior. He's having a shot! It's a goal! Galatasaray are back in business. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well read, nice interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Substitution.
Galatasaray with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Pass somewhat off target. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's a dangerous ball. Haaland. Great defending, strong and determined. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just eases him off the ball. Hakimi. Ribery. Now it's Darwin. It's run loose here. Nunez. And that is masterful defending. Cleared without complication. Nunez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. And it's Schneider.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Haaland. Pickford claims comfortably.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's
2
Batistuta.
added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. He's a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. And that will be it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Messi claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Today's match is now on sale in the stadium.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the cards. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Hello,
hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not feel
welcome
like
to
that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. Senegal have gone 4-3-3. Takes the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Forlan with the short one. Shot a goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Batistuta, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tony Adams, now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and the...
Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's Kante. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's a sharp little ball here. Real chance! Goal! Senegal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though.
And Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A finish of true class! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Gerrard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory, knocks it into space. Now it's Messi. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, he's taken it. Batistuta. Oh, that was vital. Deftly away. Nice interception, well timed. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Adams gets over and intercepts. Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's picked out the run. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Closing in on goal. That's going to go a long way. Senegal have got it back, and they'll have another go. And here's Palmer. Nakata.
There will be
Aimed
3
beyond the
minutes added
defence.
time.
Batistuta providing an outlet. Shot, surely! And he can clear it away. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we
With
are
the
up
owner
to
of
the break.
blue car
Oh, what a
parked
half of
outside the
football.
stadium
It's
gate.
1-1,
Kindly
but
remove
it could
as
easily
it's
be
about to be
3-3
thrown away.
or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Palmer. Foden tries to play it through. Pickford gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Looking for options for movement. He's a sharp little ball here.
Mbappe!
Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Nicely weighted ball. And Messi! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pass is intercepted. And it's Nakata. And he's in on goal. Messi! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
He's through now, is he in? Good effort from distance. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Marley with the corner, there first. João Neves with the short one. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hazard. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Haaland.
There they go, hunting again.
He's picked his way through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Messi. Maldini cuts out the pass. And here's Nakata. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Vitinha. Oh, easy pickings there. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's gone
There
for
will
goal.
be 1 minute added time.
And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. But it is clear to see that he is... Real chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And that pass just didn't quite work. It's gone for a throw-in. Knocks it into space. Cleared without hesitation. Just eases him off the ball. And Messi! Oh, that was venomous. Now it's Messi. Oh, no joy this time. Vitinha goes steaming forward. Threads one in. And it's Messi. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Batistuta! And it's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Well, there's the clearance. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rijkaard is the guilty party there.
Substitutions taking place.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Mali can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Cafu. Maldini. And he's decided to go for it. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
And it's Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Looking for the run. Valverde. Rafinha. And that interception was most necessary. Goes to finish! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Corner number 2 then. Vitinha plays it short. It's a loose ball. Pressing high and with purpose. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. 1-0 the score. Played out wide. Reinders. Marquinhos gets good distance on it. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he finish? Haaland! That is brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
87 minutes is number 13.
He gave it plenty and some. Crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Number 7, Federico Valverde.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And he takes a shot. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Messi. And he welcomes it in. There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that is the last effort of the game. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Haaland voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Currently being displayed on the screen.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.